Hey vatos, it's Kicking Back with Sagafoo, and I got one more for you, man. Today I am going to talk about something I know extremely well, and that's curating a collection and how you can get started with your own cool collection of movies and music. I started collecting when I was 10 years old, buying vinyl records and music because I'm old. That's what we did back then. But now I do it because I really like having the control over all this stuff, and of course I like having 5,000 titles that I don't have to pay a dime for when I want to watch them. Anytime, right? And of course I don't have to worry about them getting removed or moved around or censored. So the way I have them is the way they are. So it's a pretty sweet deal. But one thing about collecting now, like for me, for instance, I like my collection to not take up a lot of room. So it's kind of ironic, of course, you see that behind me there. It's taken a lot of room up, but actually it's completely condensed. Almost everything I have has been modified, one, to make it hard to steal, but also to add extra movies. And so, I've got this Universal Classic Monsters box set, right? But of course inside, not only does it have the movies that it comes with, but every case has some extra stuff. This one in the case has the Mad Magician and the Tingler added to it, which are fantastic. The Mad Magician's a fantastic Vincent Price movie. The Tingler was a bit of schlock, but maybe fun, depending on who you are. But inside of these, I've expanded them so not only they have all the stuff they originally came with, but I've got other Dracula movies, like in the Dracula one here, Jess Franco's Dracula. We've got the Hammer of Dracula original, the Bram Stoker's by, anyways. But so this is a way you can modify your collection, like, because of course everything has something that's sort of related. And these are all black and white, early horror movies. So that's just one example of kind of the stuff I like to do. Now, of course, people buying and selling are going to be horrified usually when you have stuff that's modified like this. But of course, if it's going to be your collection, you're not going to sell it, then you don't have a lot of room. It's perfectly fine to slip an extra disc of the Old Dark House or the Bad Seed, inside their Universal horror collection. So it really makes it a lot more convenient. I have a lot more stuff. Actually, why don't I talk just a little bit about some of my favorite post-apocalyptic movies. This is an amazing post-apocalyptic movie. It's also anime. It's also one of the first really popular animes to come out. Highly recommend that. You gotta have Blade Runner, right? I'll talk more about that later. Lots been said. Ah, yes. Love it or hate it. It's Waterworld. Gotta have this in there. Oh, The Hunger Games. Of course, my Escape from New York. Also have Escape from LA. Ah, yes, my Clockwork Orange. Yeah, Clockwork Orange. That's tripping, man. That one also has a couple others in there. I think Soylent Green. Oh, and of course these days you can't do this kind of post-apocalyptic movie expose without Night of the Comet. And this one's really popular right now, and it should be because it's got two great female protagonists. And this is the DVD Blu-ray version by somebody there, Shout Factory, and that one's pretty good. I like that one quite a bit. Now, of course, be remiss if I didn't talk about a little bit about, of course, that's, that. This one is Better Than You Think It's Gonna Be, Barbarella, featuring Jane Fonda. This is awesome. I love this one. This is the RoboCop TV series, the Blu-ray version, which has the entire series on one Blu-ray, and very high quality. This is another UK type edition. And then of course we have RoboWar, which is a copy of RoboCop and is not really anything like RoboCop, and just a totally different thing. It's pretty bad, but it's fun. Alrighty. Oh yes, of course we've got Dawn of the Dead. You gotta have that one. And we got one more here that I'm going to talk about, which is, of course, the granddaddy of them all, Mad Max, the ultimate post-apocalyptic movies. So, anyways, so that's just a few things. Obviously, you can learn how to build your own shelves, which is something I've been working on. I just started out with one box, right, and then I had to start filling it with movies, and then the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to put red tape on the box, and then, well, it just sort of grew from there. But I literally, and that way I just only had the shelves that I needed. Anyways, so thanks a lot for checking out Kicking Back with Sagafoo, and I hope you have an excellent kickback night. This thing's still on?